Yo, what's going on, guys? It's the boy Fooly, and I'm bringing you guys another video right here on Black Ops Cold War. So today we're going to talk about the maps and the maps that launched with Cold War, and I'm going to be talking about the maps that are rumored with Season 1, and if I think that these maps are going to be any good, and if it's going to change this game, because the maps so far, they're not very good. So as a lot of you guys know, this game launched with 8 total maps. Now that's fucking horrible, first of all. And well, I guess I just have a question. Of the 8 maps that were released, how many of them do you actually legitimately think are super good? I could probably guess for the majority of people, there's probably 2, maybe 3 of those 8 maps that you would actually consider as really good. This kid got shit on. Now, which maps those are exactly are going to differentiate from each person. Personally, I think Moscow, Crossroads, honestly, that would probably be it. Maybe Nuketown, but Nuketown wasn't at launch, so I don't know if I'll really count that. And honestly, I think that's probably the worst thing about the maps in this game. It's not even that they're really terrible, which some of them genuinely are, but it's that there's only 8 of them. So when you think about it, think about some of the other CODs. Now think about a game like World War II, where a lot of people didn't really like it at first. I think a lot of that had to do with at launch there was only 8 maps or 9 maps in that game as well, and they had maps at launch like USS Texas and Gustav Cannon. Now remember, this game was supposed to be developed by Sledgehammer, so I'm starting to see a lot of tendencies from Sledgehammer in this game, and one of them is releasing some pretty mediocre maps and not releasing a lot of them. Now that has a lot to do with Activision being like, ooh, I would just give them 10% of the game at first. Stupid ass fucking hillbillies, swear to God. And then just going back to the maps that we do have in general, I mean, we have things like Miami, Garrison, Armada. Now a lot of people are fans of Garrison. I don't know how. I mean, yeah, it's tiny, but the amount of head glitches, it's just a nightmare. I don't like that map. I think in every single Black Ops game there's been at least one classic tier map, if not more. It's kind of sad seeing that Cold War literally does not, in my opinion. Maybe Moscow would have been a decent like Black Ops 2 map back in the day, but I just don't think these maps play very well. Not really a big fan of Satellite, nor am I a big fan of Miami. Armada I don't really like. A lot of people compare that to USS Texas. I can definitely see it, and honestly, having 8 maps wouldn't even be a problem if those maps were just bangers. You know, it's just the fact of the matter that there's 8 total maps at launch, which is pitiful, and then of those 8, maybe 2 or 3 are really good. The rest of them are like mildly mediocre to bad. And then Armada and Crossroads are literally ground war maps scaled to the size of 6v6 maps, and I think that's probably one of the laziest things anybody could do in their game. I gave Modern Warfare a lot of flack for doing it on Anaya piece of shit, and I think it's the exact same thing here. My teammate went 2-20. Backlip Bit Bookie, you're getting blocked, alright? 100%, you're getting blocked. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, fellas, the rumored DLC maps that are coming in Season 1. I don't have any photos or screenshots of these rumored maps, and I don't think there really is, besides the mall one. I don't know if they're 100% confirmed, I don't know if it's completely true, but I do know one thing. It's not sounding too good, in my opinion. There's 4 rumored maps to be coming with DLC 1, or Season 1, whatever you want to call it. The first map that's rumored is called Dune, and the reason I'm scared about this one in particular is because, first of all, it's called Dune. Do you know anything in Black Ops Cold War that has to do with anything related to the word Dune? If your memory's serving you right, then you would remember that Dune is a location in Satellite. This is completely speculation. I have no clue if this is true, but if it is true, I'm awfully scared because the Dunes part of that map is just the sandy area, and it's home to a bunch of dog shit, if we're gonna be completely honest. It's not a fun part of the map. Along with this, we know that the 2v2 mode is coming back. If you remember in Modern Warfare, those 2v2 maps were not very unique. A lot of those maps were just sectioned portions of 6v6 maps that were slightly modified in order to fit a 2v2 gunfight styled map. I'm not entirely sure. I could be 100% wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. I like 2v2 gunfight maps. I'm not a fan of those occupying the space of potential 6v6 maps at all. The next map is called Mall, and that one I do think is a 6v6 map, only because in the screenshot that you can see from it, they're playing VIP Escort on it. The colors are nice on it, so I'm kind of excited for that. I think that'll be a decent 6v6 map. And then the next one is called Apocalypse, which is for zombies. And then the next one after that is called Echelon. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, Echelon. This map is one of the other ones that's worrying me a little bit. and only because I think this is going to be a ground war map. You know, that's just the implication that I'm getting, is that it might be a ground war map just because it's called Echelon. To me, that just speaks large-scale map. I'm assuming they're thinking, well, people are going to get mad if we only put in one 6v6 map, so why don't we add this ground war map and then have the 6v6 version of it, just like Armada and Crossroads. Now, that's going to be super lazy in my opinion, but at least it's another map. And then at that point, we just need to hope that those maps are not dog shit. I think Maul might play pretty good. I know they're putting 2v2 gunfights back in the game. Those are clearly going to have their own maps. Maybe Nuketown is one of them anyway, so I can see 2 gunfight maps right off the rip. What does this mean for 6v6 and casual players? I don't think this is good for us, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about the 8 maps at launch, whether they're good or bad. Personally, I don't think they're anything to brag about. Moscow's okay, Crossroads is okay. Other than that, the other ones are pretty mediocre to bad, like I said before. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, guys. You know what the vibe is. It's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. Toodaloo.
I do not mind the hype. I can surmise my mics. I put them bitches on skates. Turbo live on nice. Don't think my mind is right, but I gotta fight.